On first down, it's Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a second down throw for Winston. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a handoff for Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Parker. Looking to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holland. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On second down, Johnson. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
Parker now, operating from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out come the Steelers. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense. They affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ready. Black, 22's hot. Hot. Let's go.
To throw is Winston. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he's got room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gurley again here on first down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On third down, Winston. It's caught. Nelson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On second down, it's Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a first down carry by Bell. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Let's convert.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Let's convert.
He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it.
And Winston lost the football.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. Green, Trevor C.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Tight end right. Hey, we got 3 down.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And incomplete, the contact.
Zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
3 down. Let's go. Red 38.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on second down, Parker. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Come up 3rd and 10.
Flex round.
Now Parker on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Brown. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Let's go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready, blue lady.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in his first half alone as he's got a 1st down on that last catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Jameis to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And now out comes Minnesota. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Come on, let's go.
Here's Parker to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's
back, I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Parker from the gun, he'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. With it is Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And now,
they don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play.
Just keep bringing it. Stay in there. Wait. Ready.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Easy. Hey, sub. Let's go. Green, triple C. What's that?
From the gun, Winston. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. There's another 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Could we get a touchdown in this 1st half after all? It's 1st and 10. A give to Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's Bell. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
4 down. Ready. White 25. White 25, got.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they declined the penalty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. They run. It's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Boswell's kick is good. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. In for the score. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
You got him. You got him. You got it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
Let's go
The
now.
fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, ready? Blue 80.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down. Throwing, Winston. Throw that side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Easy. Ready? Blue 80. We got 4. Here we go. Hey.
Back to the workhorse today is Gurley. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th-and-1. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And Boswell's kick is good. And they jump back in front.
NFL, I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, I wonder if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out comes Minnesota. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without Holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. After the penalty, it's Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Winston from the gun on third down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14. The give is to Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive.
Let's keep bringing it. Stay in there. Hey, we got 4.
Here's Winston. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Wait.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Here we go. Hey.
Make these babies cry all the way back home.
Let me go.
They'll go for it with Bell. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Parker. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
They praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Parker, operating from the gun. Throw left side complete. It's Holland. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Everyone got 4 down.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it with Johnson. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. David Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Nelson. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Green triple C. 3 down. Ready. Blue 80. 3 down. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Play fake. Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go. Let's convert. Sonic. Where's that?
A second down throw for Winston. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Let's go now.
Chinese on the Ringo.
Ready. Black 25.
First down, Winston. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Hey. 4 down. Shift. Watch the shift. Easy. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Watch safety creeping.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker.
Let's convert.
I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Winston. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Tight end right.
On On second down, it's Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Parker now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up in. Check.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
4 down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Ohio! Come on, let's go!
Operating from the gun. Parker. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holland. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Hot!
And they will take a knee here. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
3 down, 3 down.
Hot!
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
They'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
you